So next up, we have Firefox and Mozilla being accused of tracking people in ways that might violate GDPR. So this has been enabled by default without people's knowledge, and it's called privacy preserving attribution. Now, the core idea for this is they want to be able to, and the fact that it was jointly developed with Meta does not surprise me at all. But this was designed to track ads, and it's supposed to make it so people can measure, or companies can measure how their ads are tracked when people visit them in a way that aren't as bad, I guess, as cookies or some of the things that Google are proposing. It is not generally highly desirable to have like ad tracking stuff like running in your browser, because it means it's generating information about you. It's trying to create a profile, and it's trying to report back on how effective those ads were. So this being enabled without the user kind of consenting, it is a big deal. It's something that a lot of people are kind of concerned about. And NOYB, None of Your Business, has filed a privacy complaint with the Austrian, get them confused sometimes, data protection watchdog, which is why GDPR is involved. I guess I should have remembered that. But yeah, we'll have to see how this turns out. But generally, Firefox has a better reputation than Chrome for preserving user privacy. And some of the things that Google has presented as like a replacement for cookies are not very popular amongst people who care about privacy. So seeing that Firefox has gone down the same rabbit hole when it comes to working with Meta to develop something that's supposed to track reactions to advertisements, that can be abused in so many ways. And we've seen that done in the past to de-anonymize information that was supposed to be anonymous. So not particularly reassuring, even though Mozilla is describing it as a non-invasive alternative to cross-site tracking. It might be better than cookies, but it still does not fit the bill for a lot of people who weren't aware that they were being enrolled in this by default.
Yeah, I would kind of give Mozilla the benefit of the doubt to a certain extent on this. They have a track record of trying to do the right thing. And I sort of agree that this is probably better than the existing methods. They're going to track you one way or another. I get the lawsuit, but I don't know. This is I have mixed feelings about this one.
Yeah, I think it's just hard to get users to select that box, right? And opting people in by default is really, I think, the core of the problem here. Is like, of course, they've got to do this in order to provide like measurable like analytics and stuff like that. Like I understand that, but I guess the problem is for people who feel like Mozilla is the alternative, right? Like it's what you use if you care more about your privacy, and then you get to like make fun of people using Chrome. Having that feeling of smugness ripped away from you by being auto opted into yet another way of being tracked feels a little dirty. The expectations were there that like they're going to ask you at least before doing that, and that's part of their mission. So the fact that it wasn't with consent, I think, is really the reason why people are upset about this. Because like I think, though, I understand that it's going to be very difficult for most people to opt into that unless it's buried in a way that people are associating with companies that are being kind of sneaky about that sort of thing.